Hey and welcome back to Main Irish Angling TV. We're carp fishing, we're on Lyrene carp fisheries here. We're hoping to maybe hook into a lump. There's been a 35-pounder caught yesterday, which I believe was a spectacular fish. Didn't get to see it myself. But what we're looking at today is a very important part, not only aesthetically but functionally as well. What we're looking at are snag ears. Now these are the snag ears that go on the front, or should I say behind the buzzer. And what they do is, if you are fishing locked up, if you're fishing, you're set up like I am, where you're fishing close to snags, the last thing you want to do is have your rod on a violent take, hopping off your buzzer and drifting off into the lake. Now, in the past, when I haven't used snag ears like these, I actually have had that happen to me. I've had a rod bounce off the actual buzzer on a very violent take and start to slip into the drink, and luckily I've been on my rods where I haven't lost the rod, but I know anglers who have. So when you're fishing in this situation where you are locked up like this, it's good to have, number one, some good stainless hardware buried into the ground so it's rock solid, which I have here. This is the JAG system available from Main Irish Angling. But also I have, as I said, these new Taska Snag ears. Now what sets these apart from all the other snag ears on the market? Well, I've also in the past owned a set of the Corda snag bars, and to be honest with you, they're functional, they're very good, there's nothing wrong with them, but they weren't for me. And the reason why they weren't for me is because I found that the actual bars didn't come up high enough above the actual buzzer to make them worthwhile. They were nearly flush with the top of the buzzer anyway. For me, that just didn't work with these particular alarms. So doing a bit of market research, looking for the best snag ears on the market, I looked at Matrix, which I believe are very good. A friend of mine has a set, and I have to say they, quality-wise, are stunning. The only problem is they didn't fit my Fox alarms. The Fox alarms are very bulbous at the back, where the battery compartment is, and therefore they actually didn't fit. They fit Delcom's no problem, and the ATT's no problem, but Foxes they just didn't get on with. So doing, as I said, a little bit of research, Taska have been really making big inroads. Now, I'm a huge fan of the Taska range. We've been using the Taska tungsten rubber stuff for about 6 months now, and I have to say I won't really cast out a line without some of it on my line at some stage. I love the Taska gear. Taska make brilliant stuff. They also do a load of stainless stuff as well. And as I said, this is the snag ear from Taska. Now, what sets this apart from all the others on the market? Well, I'm going to run through it real quick for you. Basically, as I said, it comes up a good 1.5 inches higher than the actual buzzer, which I think is very important. The other thing I like about it is that the actual bars themselves are detachable. They have this like plunger system with a little sort of ridge in the actual bar itself, so when it goes in, it clicks in and it gets a nice firm positive lock. So when you've got them taken down and you're putting your buzzers away, you can actually take the bars off if it's making it too bulky in your buzz bar bag, or you can just leave them on, which I will probably do myself. And as I said, once they are in, they fit in and they lock down tight. They make for a very sturdy setup. Taska, as I said, make great gear. There's a lot of attention to detail, but there's also attention to production quality, and you know, these absolutely use quality. As I said, great stainless being utilized, no burring, very polished pieces. They've got a great little Taska carp emblem if you're into that kind of thing. Where it actually fits onto the buzzer, this front hole here is where the buzzer actually sits and seats into the actual buzz bar or bank stick. On the underneath of the Taska snag ears, they have this little recess here that allows you slot in. They have like an indicator system that actually fits into this perfectly. And I'm going to sort of keep an eye out for it, you know, and maybe try and get a hold of one for myself, because when it's set up, it actually looks very, very flush, and it looks like the whole unit is all one piece, and it has that kind of typical hockey stick. I'm using the Solar Posi Lock system here at the front, but the Taska system is just a little bit neater again when it's fitted into the snag bars. These snag bars are retailing around €18.97, which makes them sub €20 each. Considering the quality that you're getting, that's a stunning price. The other thing I really like about these is that all the way up to about halfway, you get this real polished stainless, and then they've got a lovely PTFE kind of coating. It's this real rubbery kind of touch. And that again is done for a reason. It stops the rod when it does get a bang. It stops it getting chipped around the snag ear mark. So as I said, a very quick look at what is a quality piece of kit. It's functional, it does what it says on the tin, it stops your rod taking a quick whiz into the lake, but it also looks good. And anybody who knows me, I'm a bit of a tart, I like my gear to look nice, and Taska have pulled it out of the bag for me on this one. So if you're in the market for these, you can call into Main Irish Angling, and if they don't have them in stock, they can order them for you from Taska direct, and they will have them very quickly in with you. It's a couple of day turnaround for Taska stuff. So this has been a quick look at the Taska Snag ears from Main Irish Angling. Check them out, and we'll see you in the next video.